Do you know Cuss still hurt?
A bit.
How many times did you bell him?
I just want to forget about it, all right?
Dad, you whipped a dingle. You're a star.
He's not, and you're going to be late for school.
I just want to hear more about the fight.
Go.
See what a great example you are to the kids?
That thug threatened you.
I get grief like that every day, Sean. It's all hot air. King Dingle wouldn't dare lay a finger on me.
If he comes near you again, I'll really have it.
Oh, I appreciate you being protective, Sean, but how's it look? You beating up a cousin of one of the crash victims.
I was doing it for you.
Yeah, I know, love. But what if he prefers charges?
He's a dingle. They don't like visiting police stations.
Not even to get back at one of the directors of Tate Haulage?
It'll blow over.
I hope so. For both our sakes.
Oh! That hurt.
Terry, you're such a baby. It's only a black eye.
Hey, King Dingle's got a poke in him like a steam hammer. I could have brain damage.
And how would we ever tell? Suppose you were brave to step in like that.
Yeah, that's stupid.
What was Sean thinking of?
Well, that's the problem. He weren't thinking at all.
Have you been in a scrap with Sean?
No, I took a punch for him.
Tell me more.
Sean got in a rut with Cane Dingle.
Butcher's cousin?
Yeah.
Terry tried to split them up. Got this for his troubles.
I don't believe this.
Well, your Dingle man had been winding Sean and Angie up something chronic. It were just a couple of punches. It were now, really.
I see. I'll see you both later.
Do you think I've dropped Sean in it?
Nah, he's done that himself.
Beautiful flowers.
Sam got me them.
They're just like the ones in the vicarage garden.
Oh.
Anyway, they look very nice on Butcher's grave. So, how are the Dingles treating you?
They've been brilliant. And it can't be easy, because they're still grieving too.
Well, you're one of the family now.
You know, I'm really glad we got married.
It was very brave of you, Emily. It can't have been an easy decision to make.
No. But I feel it gave me a proper connection with him before he were gone. I'm really proud to call myself Butch's wife.
You're lucky to have found love. Many people never have the chance to fully experience it.
Do you think you'll ever get married?
Who knows? I'm actually very keen on someone at the moment.
Is it serious?
I haven't told her how I feel about her.
Why not?
Because she's a dear friend and I'm scared that I might spoil what we already have.
What if she feels the same as you?
I rather think she doesn't.
But you don't know for sure.
I suppose not.
Then why don't you tell her how you feel?
I can't.
What if something happened to this lady? God forbid. Like what happened to Butch. And you never got to tell her how you love her.
I'm a coward.
No, you're not. Tell her. Tell her how you feel.
Where are you going?
Mr. Sugden rang. He thinks he's got a sheep with an infection, so I said I'd check it out.
What's this?
Painkiller.
Not at the Sugdens.
Sorry?
Well, no offence, Adam, but you don't know Jack, and like most farmers around here, he's skint. So he's not going to thank you for giving his animals expensive painkillers, is he?
That sheep's off its food, so it sounds like it's in pain.
It'll heal naturally.
Yeah, and in the meantime, it's in pain.
Maybe, but by giving it painkillers, you risk further injury.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't buy that theory.
I've seen it happen. You give painkillers to an animal, and because it doesn't hurt anymore, it runs round like normal, and that causes further damage.
So you're pulling rank on me, then?
I'll do what you want. But I'm telling you now, it'll put you off on the wrong foot.
Oh, Dingle.
After everything that's happened, he hit a dingle.
We did everything we possibly could to cooperate with the crash inquiry. Made the company look squeaky clean. Then in a moment of madness, Sean ruins all our good work.
And Sean's not only a director of this company, he's the one in charge of service records, so that makes him doubly involved in the inquiry.
Well, do you think that Kane Dingle would prefer charges?
Oh, I don't know. Either way, it makes the company look terrible.
I suppose we need to get his side of the story first.
Well, we got the board meeting tonight. Let's put it on the agenda.
I couldn't agree more. If the police get involved with this, I don't want it to look like we've turned a blind eye to Sean's idiocy. We've got to deal with this.
How's the hand?
So you've heard.
You're the talk of the village, Sean.
Look, I was provoked. He'd been threatening Angie all night.
Hey, we've all got work to do. Save your explanations for the board meeting later.
I've got nothing to explain.
In case it had escaped your notice, item 1 on tonight's agenda is putting together a business rescue plan. You know, to counter loss of confidence in the company.
And what's your contribution to the cause? Punching out the cousin of one of the crash victims. Brilliant PR, Sean, just brilliant.
Well, I don't think it's a big problem. I think she's just suffering from inflammation.
What's that?
It's a new painkiller. Should do the trick. It's supposed to be very fast acting.
Well, hang on a minute. How much is this going to set me back?
Animals in pain. Cost shouldn't be your first priority.
Well, I hate to see any of my animals suffering, but I haven't got the money to afford expensive medicines, lad. It's a sad fact of life.
Just trust me.
How much is this going to cost?
It's on the house.
Eh?
Keep it to yourself, but those are medical samples.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate what you said about welfare of animals being the first priority. When you're as skint as I am, every new expense is like another nail in the coffin.
Finding it hard at the moment.
Yeah, and the rest. Kathy?
I come bearing gifts.
Oh, you're a treasure. All help is gratefully received at the moment. I'm finding it really hard keeping everything going without Sarah.
Oh, you got to look on the bright side, Jack. Kids have really pitched in.
Yeah, funny thing, this crash seems to have brought us closer together. Oh, Kathy, this is Adam Forrester. He's working with Zoe and Paddy.
Nice to meet you at last. I heard what you did for people at the crash.
And here's me thinking I'm moving into a quiet little backwater.
My wife, Sarah, and our Victoria, they were amongst the injured.
And how are they?
Well, Victoria's got a broken arm. Sarah's still in hospital. Still, they were the lucky ones, eh?
Quite.
Do you want to stay for some lunch?
Thanks, but I've got to get back. But good to meet you.
And you.
Couldn't help overhearing what you said about being skint.
Yeah, well, with Sarah not earning, really missing the money at the moment.
Can I help you out?
Thanks, but I'll cope. Always have, always will.
All right, Em.
Not really. Did you steal Butch's flowers from the vicarage?
Maybe.
You shouldn't steal.
Well, I ain't got any money and I wanted to give you something for Butch's grave.
But you're on probation.
Has the vicar said out?
He's fine about it. He might not have been.
I can't do alt right. Everyone round here thinks I'm useless.
I don't.
Do you know something? Butch always used to take the mickey out of me for being thick.
He thought a lot of you.
No, he didn't. But I always looked up to him.
He was a very thoughtful person.
And he was a great poacher. Better than me dad.
I really miss him, Sam.
I'm not that good at folk crying.
Sorry.
Earth to Ashley. Anyone home?
Sorry, I was miles away.
I talked to Jack this morning. He's finding life even harder without Sarah's wage.
It can't be easy.
Oh, I got to thinking. The Dingles aren't millionaires either. I don't know how they'll pay for Butch's funeral. I think we should do some fundraising for the families of the crash victims.
What a splendid idea.
I know that individually people have been really supportive.
Yes, but a fundraising appeal involving the entire village would be a wonderful gesture.
Quite. And good for morale all round.
And give people the opportunity to feel like they're helping.
Well, the first thing is to drum up some support from local firms and businesses.
Well, you can count me in.
How very typical. Always the first to lend a hand.
It's disgusting. Are you? So how did it go?
Jack, he was fine.
What, and he knows how much the painkillers are going to set him back?
Paddy, I think we need to have a word. I put animal welfare above cost, and I always will. That animal was in pain.
Yeah, but you don't have to pick up the tab. Cash-strapped farmers like Jack do.
Well, not necessarily. He got those shots for free.
What? We're not a charity, Adam.
Do you think I'm stupid? They were drug samples.
You are priceless.
I'm sorry.
Were you lecturing me about putting welfare over cost and you get the drugs flipping free gratis? Why didn't you tell me all that this morning?
What new medicines I use are up to me.
No. Not in this practice. So in future, if you want to be testing samples, I want to know about it.
Oh, why the long face?
Nothing.
Sounds like it. So, what can I do to cheer you up?
Well, you could let me take you out for a meal.
Are you paying?
Yeah, of course.
Then I'll think about it.
Well, you know where I am.
They'll only bring her grief.
How do you know?
Well, she always goes for the wrong blokes. Richie, Scott, and now another one she's got nothing in common with.
And how do you know that?
You mark my words.
Fancy another?
No, I better get back.
It's your day off. Enjoy yourself.
To be honest, I only came to keep you company.
Thanks a lot.
I wanted to make sure you hadn't got delayed concussion, as well as brain damage.
OK. Come on, then. I'll walk you back. Hey! What is it with Dingle's in trouble?
Just ignore him. Tell your mate Reynolds. I meant everything I said last night. Tate Haulage killed my cousin. Someone's going to pay for it.
We'll collect money for, say, the next 2 or 3 weeks and then split what we get amongst the families of the victims.
Fine. But what's that got to do with me?
Well, I wondered if you'd like to start the ball rolling. I think it would be a nice gesture from Tate Haulage, given what's happened.
You're joking.
What?
Kathy, the firm has to be ultra careful at the moment. It's possible that legal action might arise from the crash.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? Business must always come first.
If this inquiry finds against Tate Haulage, I'm out of business. Ruined, understand?
Making a little contribution to my appeal's hardly going to have a bearing on that.
Well, you don't know that. It could look like an admission of guilt. I'm not going to do anything that compromises Tate Haulage.
You are so hard, Chris.
Is that what you really think?
That's what it looks like.
I'm choked by what happened. And I don't need you coming up here to twist the knife. I would love to give thousands of pounds to your appeal, but it's not my decision.
Then whose is it?
I'm responsible to my board. Laura has advised us to be extra cautious on all fronts. My hands are tied.
I didn't realise that.
Oh, there's a lot of things that you don't realise. Like just how upset I am over everything that's happened. I haven't got a heart of stone, you know.
I'm sorry.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got a meeting to prepare for.
Yeah, sure.
Funny, isn't it? The only time people come and ask me for help, Roy, Kelly, and now you, is when they need money.
Do you want to come round to mine tonight? You can listen to my Oasis CD.
I don't really like them. All right, we can do something else. You know, Mum would do a night if she knew I was round at yours. Then don't tell her where you're going, just say you're off out. Well, I'm sort of busy tonight. Doing what? Mark and I are off to the diner. What are you going out with that geek for? It's a good laugh. I thought we always agreed it was mates before dates. We can do something good later on in the week, can't we? I might be busy.
No offence, Kathy, but putting money into Sarah Sugden's and the Dingles' pockets really isn't my idea of a good cause.
It's not just them. There were other people seriously hurt in the crash.
All the same, it hasn't been a very good year for me, financially.
Well, a gesture.
Oh, I suppose it would look mean not to. After all, thanks to the bus crash, all my old customers have come flocking back.
Viv.
Sorry, Emily. Oh, that was really thoughtless.
You okay, Emily?
Not really. If I keep myself busy, I don't dwell. But I've run out of things to keep busy with.
Well, if you ever need to talk, you know where I am. I have experienced what you're going through.
Thanks, Kathy. Have you got any Parma violets?
No.
When I was a little girl, my dad used to buy me them if I got sad. They used to cheer me up.
I got some fresh cream buns.
Not the same, really.
I think I owe you another apology.
Whatever for?
For opening the shop on the day of Butch's funeral. It was hardly a mark of respect, and I felt bad about it ever since.
Don't be daft. You've got a living to make.
Well, things have been looking up recently, and, well, so sorry for what I just said about the crash.
Mrs. Windsor, please stop trying to pussyfoot around me. I'm fine. Really. Apart from having too much time on my hands.
Would you like to come back here and work?
You're joking?
Well, I could use the help again, and I'll pay.
I'd love to.
Steady on, it's only a little job.
It's what I need. Funny, isn't it? That bus killed Butch and nearly put you out of business. Now it's got me my old job back. I don't understand life.
Welcome back, love.
Oi, Mark, are you upstairs again with Donna? I know what you're doing. Hey, Mum.
What was all that about?
Nothing.
Has Mark been taking Donna up to his bedroom?
Street magic can happen anytime, any place, and with anything.
What are you doing?
Why did he shout upstairs?
It's just a wind-up.
Look, Donna's just a kid.
She's my age.
Exactly. So if her and Mark are upstairs doing things, I want to know about it.
Oh, you've got such a suspicious mind. They probably just got there to talk.
So he does take her upstairs.
Oh, you're putting words into my mouth now.
Listen, Ollie, I was a teenager once and you don't go up to your boyfriend's bedroom to talk.
Donna's not like her sister. She's pretty sensible.
I suppose so.
And Mark's a goody-goody and boring. I won't worry about it.
Maybe.
Classic stage tricks like this one. And grand illusions.
Well, go on then. Tell us what happened.
I thought this meeting was about our rescue plan.
Let's just get this over and done with first, eh?
The Dingle kid threatened Angie and the wool pack. I belted him for it. End of story.
So, did the fight start inside the pub?
No.
Did Kane Dingle hit you first?
Oh, look, what is this? An interrogation?
We just want to hear your side of the story.
But it's none of your business.
I think it is, Sean.
This happened in my own time. It's got nothing to do with Tate haulage.
At the moment, this company's in a fishbowl. For goodness sake, we're the subject of a major inquiry.
Me getting into a scrap's hardly going to affect that. And like you said, it's very rare for any firm to get done for corporate liability.
Yeah, but not unknown.
Well, if we stick together, we'll be OK.
And this is your idea of solidarity? Brawling with a cousin of one of the crash victims?
Yeah, but it was a private matter. About a mouthy thug who threatened my wife.
For goodness sake, Sean, how naive can you get? Everything that any of us do affects this company.
Yeah, look, let's just try and stay calm, shall we? Just tell us what happened, so that we know.
I told you, it's a private matter.
This couldn't have happened at a worse time.
What if the Dingles want to take it further? How is that going to make Tate haulage look?
They won't.
Not if you apologise to Kane Dingle, they won't.
You are joking.
Let's just nip any potential trouble in the bud right now.
My instinct is to go with more fish.
I think that, yeah, it's seasonal. Oh, here comes trouble. I hope you are going to behave yourself tonight, because one more sniff of trouble and you're barred.
I'll be as good as gold. Promise.
Is this wise, cuz? What if Sean Reynolds comes in?
I fancied a drink. Don't worry, Marlon. I'll behave. Won't forget you helped chuck me out last night, though.
I was trying to save you from trouble.
Of course you were, Marlon. Of course you were.
All you have to do is write a brief letter saying you regret what happened. You don't even have to say sorry.
But I don't regret it.
I think the letter's a good idea, Sean. It might help diffuse the situation.
And make it clear that the disagreement had absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the crash.
In your dreams. There is no way I am writing an apology to Kane Dingle.
Whether you mean what you write is irrelevant, but it would protect the company's interests.
Oh, I've had enough of this. He's done his level best to damage the reputation of the firm. We've offered him a way out, but no, he's dug his heels in. I say we vote him off the board.
You what?
Back off, Chris. It doesn't have to come to that. Sean, please, just write an apology.
You don't get it. This is a matter of pride. That jerk Kane Dingle threatened my wife.
There's no getting through to him. I'm with Chris.
Sean.
I've got nothing to apologise for.
Oh, for goodness sake, Sean, I am trying to help you. Stop being so damn stubborn.
A vote?
You wouldn't dare.
Listen, Sean, I have got a lot of money tied up in this company, and your irresponsible behaviour could jeopardise its future.
And can I just remind you that Sean was all for getting rid of Lisa's service document and willfully destroying evidence?
I'm sorry, Zoe. There's not going to be an apology. I've got my pride.
All those in favour of voting Sean off the board?
You've really got yourself to blame.